The Galena docks bustle with workers unloading and loading cargo. There are street merchants who are selling wares from distant lands, and some that are probably just forged bullshit from around the corner, packaged as wares from distant lands. As your group arrives, and you guys probably all met on the docks this morning. Those of you who came from the Scaled Pony, Felix coming from your lower district from the Secret Ingredient, as well as Rudy and Roop and your retinue from the Burke estate. Everyone's probably a tad hungover as you all arrive and meet back up at the docks, minus the giant Manon, and including a couple of extra faces that some of you didn't meet the night before. There's a large Dracona with deep red crimson scales that almost look black, but they kind of like reflect the light with a reddish tone. Rudy, you know this to be your bodyguard, Empress, as well as your brother's bodyguard, who is a giant, incredibly tall in stature, probably like 9 or 10 feet tall. He doesn't seem to take up as much space as Manon did, but Manon's kind of a heavier fellow. This guy is heavy, but it's all muscle packed on. His name is Grungnir, and he's got a single eye in the center of his face.
Is that Grumnir?
Grungnir.
Gotcha.
Grungnir.
Grungnir.
But yeah, you all reconvene on the docks and meet each other for the second time in the light of day. I think Lady Elsia Burke is here as well, and is sort of showing you guys to the ship that you'll be taking, which you know is called the Cloud Trailer.
I'll probably arrive in like a carriage with my luggage
Yeah.
for this trip.
Luggage.
Painted like mustard yellow as you step out. Toss a coin to the driver.
I'll have on I'm not wearing like my chef attire on the ship because I doubt I'll be cooking on the ship. I mean, unless they want me to.
Yeah.
But all of my chef's clothes will be like neatly pressed in my luggage.
Hell yeah.
Do you have like a ton of luggage?
I've got like a giant piece of luggage, which is like all of my clothes and stuff, and then like a pack, like my carry-on, and then like my giant checked bag.
Yeah. There's a big...
No cooking utensils, no
Well,
listeners.
some of that's in like the big luggage,
the trunk, yeah. And Damon and Paya, Damon is just kind of like carrying a couple of large trunks. He's got like one up over his shoulder and two under his arm on the other side. And Paya has this like small flatbed cart that she's loaded some things on, and it's just kind of like pushing as it like kind of annoyingly catches sometimes on the planks of the dock. And Damon will occasionally just kind of like come back over and like grab the front with the shoulder and push it forward as you guys are led forward towards the line to board your ship.
I'm looking around trying to decide if I should be getting on before like the important people or if I should be waiting like culturally or something like that.
Yeah, I think...
I am on the ship.
I think you're probably like hanging back a bit with the attendants, with Paya, Damon. The bodyguards are up on either side of Roop and Rudy, kind of keeping annoyingly close and occasionally just like pushing people out of the way as you're like moving through, and make sure everyone keeps their distance.
I'm like looking for a post to lean against and can't find one, so I'm just on Edris,
I've probably dragged Errant on the ship before anybody else got there, and we're just climbing the rigging.
You arrive at the ship, but there is actually heavy security outside.
We're part of it.
Don't they know?
And they're like, sorry, what group are you with?
The Rudy's group.
We're over here.
They're like checking through like a list. They're like, we don't have any Rudies on this list anyway. And they're like,
Yeah. The Valar group.
yes. He just scrolls through and like checks a couple of things off. He's like, please step forward and we'll scan you and you'll be ready to go in.
Scan me?
Yes. A human man steps forward wearing these like elegant black robes that are pinned up on the side with a golden fastener of an anvil. And he steps forward and kind of like looks over each of you. And as he does, there's like a golden glint to his green eyes as he looks over each of you. Aaron, you kind of shudder as he looks over you, and it's the same feeling that you would get when Seraph would arrive and you guys would work on your mana manipulation.
Do I know what they're scanning for? Should I be concerned about
Bless you.
Please continue.
about my herbs and spices?
Make a knowledge roll.
17 with fear.
17 with fear. With fear is very, very applicable in this situation. I think that you get the sense that he's doing kind of like a cursory glance to see if there's any sort of like magical implements that anyone is carrying that could be considered dangerous, or that they may not be
Aware or dangerous?
that they may not be licensed to be carrying.
Oh, right. Because magic is all
Magic
restricted.
is heavily controlled in Galena.
It's an ocular pack down.
Well,
Literally an ocular pack down. You also get the sense that he's glancing by and looking for any indications of infection.
oh, that's smart.
Do I need to be worried about my skull?
Go ahead and make a presence roll, and depending on how well you roll, we'll see what you say to get past them with Wake.
I don't think I mention it.
For sure.
13 with hope.
Nice. Yeah, that's very good. I think they kind of like look over you, and you're anticipating them to scan and recognize Wake as some sort of magical item, but they pass over him, and whatever it is that they're looking, like if they're looking for items, you think maybe he doesn't count as like a thing, but as a person.
He's a guy.
And instead of being a magical item, he's some sort of magical being. And he stays very quiet, and his jaw is kind of like slack and clicks a couple times on the staff that you've affixed him to. But yeah, they don't. He kind of like looks sideways at it for a moment, but he doesn't bring up that you're carrying anything untoward. As you guys are all led onto the ship, Roop and Rudy, you guys get the same kind of like ocular pat down glance over, but you guys are passed through much more quickly than your serving staff.
I'm like not even. Eyes are closed.
Just a little bit into the ocean over the gangplank.
Noticing how hungover Rudy is, do I have any like herbs or spices that could be used for like hangover cures, like whipping something like that up in the kitchen normally for my staff?
Yeah, I think so.
Always for the staff.
I want to, when we get on the ship, I want to whip up like some sort of like a little hangover cure shot
Yeah, absolutely.
for anyone that's super hungover, so I can further ingratiate myself with them.
Hell yeah.
The difference between medicine and poison is the dose.
That's right.
Yeah, as you guys are led across the very wide gangplank and up onto the ship is massive, which was hard not to notice as you approached, but stepping onto it, it's wild. Any of you who haven't been on a ship before, I think you anticipate the motion of the ocean, but you can hardly even feel the waves because the ship is so large and heavy. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever been on a cruise liner, but it's like, unless it's very stormy, you cannot really feel the ocean much. It's like occasionally you'll have this strange lean, but it's
Until
infrequent.
you get off.
Until you get off.
Yeah.
We did go through like right after a hurricane one time, and it was like right between hurricanes. And the pool that's on the top deck, like it was so choppy that the pool was like splashing
the
water inside the pool, and I was like,
Yeah, it's crazy being like on a lower level, and usually it's like a dining area. And you're like sitting there eating food, and then occasionally the windows go underwater.
Cruises suck.
Yeah.
I love
like to
cruises.
be
I think I kind of think they're fun.
I hate the sky. I love the ocean.
But yeah, the ship is massive and lavish. There are 2 ballrooms that you pass by as you're being led to your rooms. Hundreds of sizable cabins and suites, and red velvet carpet throughout, with hardwood walls that have been painstakingly carved. There's just like siding and chair rails, and it's absolutely gorgeous inside. 3 massive white sails are on separate masts that drag the bark through the blue waves of the weeping sea, away from Galena and towards Trove as you set sail. Roop and Rudy, you guys are led to a suite that's sort of on the upper decks, and the rest of your serving staff are led below decks to much smaller servants' quarters. There's these little claustrophobic rooms that have about 4 bunks each.
I just want to stow my gear and immediately go to the kitchen to whip up the thing that I was going to do
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
take it to their more stately stateroom.
Yeah, and there's a very quick path from your quarters to the kitchen area as you go in, and I think going in just like kind of dressed to whip something up. There's no questions asked as you enter and begin throwing things together. Go ahead and make a finesse roll.
You just show up looking like you're supposed to be in places. People don't ask questions.
It's so great. You said finesse? That's a 15 with hope.
Excellent. Yeah, you whip up what you are sure to be a brilliant hangover cure. You probably get a good like wine bottle's worth of it, with several servings that you can pour for anybody who was looking under the weather. You're probably keeping an eye out on the way here and seeing who was kind of having a slower stride.
Absolutely.
You arrive at the suite of Roop and Rudy. There's a knock at the door.
I open the door. Oh, hello.
I've got a cure for what ails you.
What?
Hangover cure.
Oh, okay. All right, come on in.
I'll enter.
You step in. It is even more lavish in this room than it is throughout the rest of the ship. The walls are painted this sort of like ivory white with gold along the trim. There are just like random like draperies and curtains that kind of like hang in various areas and corners. 2 beds that have large posts and veils around them as well. And then like all the furniture is seems to be like bolted down to the floor.
Disgusting opulence.
And then he
Do
kills
I
them.
notice this?
Don't say that out loud.
I think make a presence roll, and Rudy, you can make an instinct roll to see if you perceive this.
Did I do it at disadvantage, given my state?
Sure. Self-imposed, but yeah.
Oh, that's a crit.
Oh shit.
And then a -5.
Not a crit. That's 13.
Excellent. So,
With hope.
Rudy, you gain a hope and clear a stress.
I am full up on hope and I have no stress.
Oh, you also gain a valor token.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh.
My first little gold skull.
Now you can PvP Matt,
Yeah.
not Felix.
Come on, Matt.
I'm leaving. Oh, Thumb War's fine.
Yeah, Rudy, as you see Felix pouring this very like thick, almost syrupy liquid into a small glass and handing it over to you, there's a quick moment where you catch a glance. It's like he's handing you the glass and kind of like looks around at the opulent room, and there's a unconscious like sigh as he hands it to you.
It's a bit much, isn't it?
I would have made some different choices.
Oh, you got an eye for design.
Oh, you know.
What does the stuff smell like?
Like really, really herby, herbaceous, floral, but also with like a cough syrup type kick.
Ooh, I'm just supposed to drink this? Okay, I'm just try to shoot it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You down it. It's not as bad as you were expecting from the smell. It's got this sort of like citrusy ginger taste, but with like a a Robitussin on the back end. It's like very thick cough syrup almost. And there's a moment as you feel it go all the way down, that sort of ginger burn down to your stomach, but then that burn seems to replace the nausea that you were feeling, and within a couple of minutes you start feeling your headache recedes, your vision becomes more clear, and you feel a lot better.
Wow. All right, you really know your stuff, man.
Well, one thing to know about the restaurant staff is that we drink a lot, but we got to show up and be ready to go the next day. So.
Impressive.
Speaking of ready to go, like walks over and Roop helps himself to it as well.
I just immediately grabbed as many glasses as there were people in the room and like poured
Yeah.
out.
I wish this existed in real life.
The two bodyguards are like arms crossed in the corners and just like raising eyebrows watching all this go down. They were standing at their posts all night and not out drinking.
Sorry, guys.
Good health.
One of them actually probably, I think only one is present, as now that they're on the ship, they're kind of going in shifts so that they can sleep at some point. What about Sprue and Errant? What are you guys up to?
Climbing the rigging.
I think,
Climbing.
Yeah, make an agility roll.
and I think while you see everyone else like do their little scenes, you just see me in the background wandering around, like, ooh, what's this room for? Ooh, what's this?
You open a door, someone screams, close it.
12 with fear.
12 with fear. Yeah, you start climbing up into the rigging, and there's a ton of rigging. There's, again, 3 masts on this ship. It's technically considered a bark, which is just a huge ship with 3 masts.
Okay.
Most ships have 1. Larger ships have 2, like a galleon would have 2. Barks are meant to carry, like, thousands of people.
How much does a bite have?
Ree punches you in the arm, or Roop
God.
punches you in the arm. Yeah, you start climbing up the rigging, and it's a good couple minutes before one of the sailors sees you and starts shouting for you to come down. Miss, you got to get down from there.
Why?
You're not supposed to climb the rigging. If a knot comes undone, it could change the course of the entire ship. Plus, it's dangerous. You could fall and hurt yourself, or, God forbid, fall overboard.
So is there a reason we can't change course for a minute?
We're on a tight schedule, ma'am.
Okay.
Look,
Just let me get to the top.
No.
Just to the top.
Miss, if you don't come down now, we're going to have to come up after you. And he's going to start climbing after you. Now I need you to make an opposed agility roll. Well, it's not great. Difficulty of 8.
11 with fear.
11 with fear. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and spend that fear immediately, and he's going to use his movement to gain on you and get really close. Let's make one more opposed roll. Difficulty of 5. Another agility roll.
Okay. 20 with fear.
20 with fear. You get all the way up to the top of the mast. You are hundreds of feet up in the air. Looking out and around, you can see Galena in the distance has become very, very small. You can almost, from this distance, see the smog that just kind of surrounds the city itself, and how much clearer the landscape is on either side of it, where there's just like rolling hills and grasslands. But mostly what you are surrounded by is open ocean. I think looking out, you see like several other ships that are also sailing. None of them are super close by. You're not sure if they're like, some of them are probably fishing vessels, some of them are probably also headed to Trove or maybe other places in the world. And then you feel a hand around your ankle. Got you! He like comes up and he's like, "We've got to go down now, miss." And he's gonna try and like.
Just wait.
Yeah, he's like pushing on his face.
Just. I'm just gonna like grab him by the cheeks and turn his head to all the stuff. Look, isn't that nice?
It's quite lovely, ma'am. Yes.
That's nice. How often do you do this?
Quite frequently, actually. I tie a lot of the rigging. I'm up here a lot.
That's really impressive.
Yes, we've got to get you down now, ma'am. I'm afraid guests simply cannot be up here. We're not insured for this. and he's going to try and hoist you onto his shoulder so he can start carrying you down. Do you resist?
I climbed out. I go with it. I was like, I climbed up.
Yeah. Very deftly, he starts climbing down. It takes a good 5 minutes to get down because of how high up you are. He's breathing pretty heavily by the end, not because you're super heavy, but just from the exertion of having to climb up that fast after you and then all the way back down.
Just pat him on the arm when we get down.
I think
That was really good.
I think at this point we'd probably be coming up above deck now that we feel better.
You're a fast
Just
climber.
seeing you over the arm of a person and being set down and being like, what did we get ourselves into?
Is this one of your attendants?
No, she is with our party.
Oh, forgive me, my lady, but
Sprue.
forgive me, Lady Sprue, but we simply must keep all feet and hooves on the ground.
Wait, did you climb that?
All the way to the top.
What?
All the way.
Shit.
You can see.
It was quite exhilarating, the skull on your staff starts talking.
Wait, have I seen it talk? I can't even remember.
You were very
what
drunk.
it said. Well, I thought that was a dream.
No, this is Wake. He's a talking skull.
Hello.
Oh, hi. Hello. Wait, why? Skulls? I guess, yeah, skulls do talk, but usually when they're, in the meat.
Yes,
This one
well, this
doesn't
isn't
have
my
meat.
skull.
Wait, what?
It wasn't always my skull, at least. I'm what's known as a knowledge spirit, a spirit of wind and knowing.
Can you just take over, anybody's skull?
Oh, no. I'm trapped within this one.
So it is your skull now.
It's, yes. In the same way that a prisoner's cell is his.
Skull, sweet skull. I'll make you a cross stitch.
You do such a...
Rudy's gonna make
Wait.
you a cross stitch.
That sounds
Did you
lovely.
imprison him in a skull?
I don't think so. Anything is possible, but he's been there since I was a baby, so.
Where did the clank go? What?
Back behind you, just going looking over the side.
Just throwing a leg over the railing. Somebody comes up. No.
Oh,
Listen, I've never been on a boat either, so I'm not really sure what the protocols are here, but
Sure.
probably it's fine. Whatever.
I can tell you, protocols are stay on, all feet on the decks.
What's
Don't-
your name?
My name is shit.
Your name is Shit.
shit.
Got him.
That's a go there, Shit.
Shit.
I'm gonna tip him. Dude, some
That's
good
not his
work
name.
there,
I'm
Shit.
cutting all of this. My name is Edivir.
Edivir?
Yes,
He's
deckhand.
stressed.
More now than I was. Yes.
Do you want some hangover cure?
No.
Okay, well, anyways, and I'm gonna tip the guy and pat him and just be like, thank you for watching after our crew here.
See, you give him money, and I'll give Edivir a handful of berries.
Oh. Thank you. What kind of berries are these?
They're sweet.
Are they poisonous?
I've eaten them.
All right.
I'll just take one and eat it.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. He puts those in a little satchel to his side. Let's just all stay on the decks. He turns and very quickly rushes off to.
Gee.
He's going up and checking some of the rigging now, and he'll untie a couple knots and retie them.
There's a lot of rules here.
Yeah, it's best if you're gonna break the rules to do it when nobody's looking. Unfortunately, that's pretty much in view of everybody, so kind of hard not to see you if you were climbing that.
I was like, that's my business, though.
What is your business?
Climbing.
Climbing's
now.
your business?
For now. I've got other stuff to do. I've got to meet that lady. What is her name?
Lady
Lady
Jubilant.
Jubilant. I've got to meet her.
Right.
My granny said that I have to tell her something, and it's really important. Everybody's always speaking in rhymes and stuff.
I mean, I don't usually rhyme.
You don't. That's great about you.
Thank you.
Yeah, anytime. Where did Aaron go?
Still looking over the side.
Just like leaning.
Is there anything cool down there?
Portholes?
You feeding the fish there?
I bet if we go down, we can see out of them. Let's go.
Run down the steps.
Do you need any work done on the ship? I could, I don't know. I could be a navigator. I could be,
I mean, I think they've pretty much got that all taken care of. I think you're a guest, so yeah. I mean, apart from not climbing the rigging, I think you just like do whatever interests you.
I go down.
Port.
Yeah, you guys rush down to the lowest deck that you can get to. You open one door and actually there you enter a space that's like full of water. And I think there's a moment where you feel kind of like panicked that the ship is sinking before
I just scream.
A different sailor comes up behind you and he's like,
Scream!
a different sailor comes up behind you and he's like, oh, not to worry, come on out from there, that's the bilge, we don't need you down there.
There's nowhere on this ship I can go.
Oh, you can go almost anywhere you'd like on the ship.
Anyway.
How deep is the bilge room? Like, how deep is the water in the bilge room?
It's like probably knee high.
Perfect.
What?
He's
What have you done?
like,
Don't know. How am I the most normal one?
Your turn.
he's like, oh no, so there's lots of places you could go. There's a ballroom upstairs. There's a ballroom on the top deck and a ballroom on the mezzanine as well.
What are those?
Ballroom is where balls and dancing are held. You hold balls.
Rich people love balls.
They love balls. There's dancing, there's live music. We've got some bards performing, and they switch out every few hours. And there's lots of entertainment in the ballroom for our travels, because it's going to be a couple of days to Trove from the mainland.
How many guests are there?
Oh, on the ship altogether?
Yeah.
Guests, I think we've got around maybe 500 or 600 guests, not including all of their serving staff and anyone else of their retinue that they brought with them.
That's more people than I've ever seen.
Well, you could see about that many people almost now.
Where can we see the fish from?
Oh, follow me. And
Let's go.
he actually leads you up a couple of flights of stairs and down a long hallway past some areas that you know that lead to the servants' quarters, where your room is, and leads you a little bit further down. He leads you through this doorway, and there's an entire wall that is completely underwater already, that is just some sort of enchanted glass that's looking down into the ocean. And at this point, I think at this point, looking out, you can actually see these beautiful coral reefs that are 15, 20 feet below the ship itself, just low enough where the sunlight has made them visible, but that the ship's not going to scrape along them. And you look down, you can see all of these different manners of tropical fish. There are eels that slide in and out of the various bits of coral. And I think you even see a couple of these larger sharks that are swimming through the water and just kind of lazily drifting.
Whoa.
There's other small fish that are swimming right alongside them. One of them is occasionally goes over and suckers onto its face, but it doesn't seem bothered. It's strange.
My face is just...
Perfect timing as well. You'll only be able to see the reefs of the Weeping Sea for maybe the next hour or so of our travels, and then it'll just kind of be dark, open ocean for the rest of the way.
How long is the trip to Trove?
About 2 days.
That's very fast.
It's quite quick. It's not a slow ship with winds permitting, and we're also it's not as far of a travel as you'd think to Trove. It's not visible from one shore to the other, obviously, but it's nearer than a lot of people think. Well, enjoy your time in the aquarium, and if you have any more questions, my name is Paul, and you can come and find me.
Paul?
Yes.
Paul.
Paul.
Okay.
P-O-L. Paul.
Can you give us permission to climb the rigging?
Oh no, I'm afraid guests can't be climbing the rigging. It's dangerous. You could get caught if we catch a stray wave or a stray wind and the ship shifts. I've seen some terrible things happen to people up in the rigging as the ropes seem to snake around them of their own.
Paul's
minds.
job on the ship specifically?
Babysitting.
Paul seems to be just kind of like general staff. He's not like, he doesn't seem to be like one of the people who's in charge of the sailing itself, but more like an attendant.
Like maintenance?
Did it seem like he'd be like, it would make sense for him to be like anywhere on the ship at any moment? Like, he wouldn't seem out of place like anywhere on the ship?
No, he's just kind of making rounds.
Cool. I'm gonna
Take him out next?
no, I'm just gonna like really like take in his appearance like while he's talking.
Wait, did you follow through?
Yeah, I'm like tagging along behind everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Rudy, did you stay up above decks?
I don't know that I even saw her sprint away.
Just like turned and Sprue is gone. Turned back, Aaron's gone as well.
I guess I'm gonna go get some grub. I don't know.
Yeah, you go to the second ballroom, ballroom B, where there's a large sort of like cafe area set up where things are prepared and brought out in these tubs and placed along, and there's a variety of things to choose from all
I take
over.
one of the tubs.
Yeah, what's it full of?
Hot cheese.
I feel like I probably don't know, but it's probably like crab meat or something, and I just
Yeah.
see it and I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
Take the whole thing. A few minutes later, somebody comes out and replaces it with a new one. Yeah, what do the rest of your days look like on the Cloud trailer as you head towards Trove for the first day?
I'm gonna go find Felix. Probably in the kitchen. You're probably in the kitchen and I'm probably bothering you.
I think he's with you.
Then yes, while we're watching fish, I have some very important questions for you.
For me?
Yes,
Sure.
for you. So you're from
Galena.
Galena. You're from there.
Yes.
Okay, you've seen the plague.
Yes.
Can you describe everything that you know about it?
I'll go in depth about the plague.
Yeah.
About all of its terrible horror.
Yeah, it is. It's a sickness that seems to be passed through bodily fluids, whether that is saliva or blood, things of that nature. At first, a person who's infected, you can first tell the warning signs if they were like bitten or exposed in some way that like broke their skin. Then their veins start to blacken in that area. If it's something like they got it in their mouth, then usually it starts around the neck. You can see the veins start to go black. And eventually the blood vessels burst in the eyes and the whites of the eyes become red and sort of like crowd the iris before the infected person dies. Usually within 24 to 48 hours of infection, they die, and then their body reanimates and is just sort of this unintelligent but violent husk that seems like its only goal is to spread the infection.
I will go.
Have I asked him if there's been any cases where they've like removed an appendage that's bit with them living?
Well, if they remove it right after you get bit, then it's usually okay, but...
Damon's also here. He's like, I've heard that if it's got to be like before the first heartbeat after the bite.
Right, like right after. Right after the bite.
Yeah. Yeah, he looks at you. It's like, yeah.
Became Australian for a second.
Sometimes you slip in and out when you're doing
It's
your
called
best.
echolalia. Apparently Felix has it.
Following that conversation.
I'm gonna hang on for that. I'm gonna spend a fear, and Damon kind of just like looks you up and down, and there's a moment of like distrust, and I think it's very plain on his face. As he's like, "Yeah." He like leaves and goes back about his business.
I'm gonna take what I've been told about how this sickness works, and I'll go back up to the deck and just like in a corner somewhere, I'm trying to see if I can't formulate like a tincture that would replicate the cure.
Make a knowledge roll.
Can I use Crave's balance?
Yeah.
You just have to spend 1 hope to use your experiences, right?
Yes. This is gonna be difficulty of 28.
You got that.
I don't think that's possible.
You could crit.
A crit would get me 24. Or, yeah, I would have to roll 2 12s.
Well, crit is a crit.
Yeah.
Crit is a crit. 22
22. Very close.
with the hope.
You work on a few things with what you have available to you. And you get a few things and you start to realize that like there's no way to know if this is going to work without giving it to someone.
Yeah.
And based on the descriptions that you were given by Damon and Felix, it sounds like you would have to get it to the person within those first 24 to 48 hours that they are infected, because once they're reanimated, it's too late. The person has died.
I wonder what kind of force could actually reanimate a dead body. It sounds kind of, magical, mystical, instead of just a disease.
I'm suspicious of parasites.
Those are good things to be suspicious of.
Well, you've heard of the Weeping Dragon, right?
The Weeping Dragon?
Not
Is that like
once.
a bar?
Yeah.
Have I heard of the Weeping Dragon?
Make a knowledge check.
18.
18 is great. With hope
With
or fear. Yes, you actually have heard of the Weeping Dragon. And you already have all of the information as Damon dives into his story. Mm-hmm. He's like, well, we're on the Weeping Sea right now. A lot of people think that the Weeping Sea got its name because one of the 4 fell gods fell into the sea and was lost there. And some people think that maybe it's still alive at the bottom of the sea and that its presence alone infects nearby fish and creatures, and that Galena, being right on the Weeping Sea itself, on the border of it, that sometimes fishing boats go out and they get fish that are infected from the Weeping Dragon, and they bring it back and feed it to people, and those people get sick, and it's spread from there, from one of the fell gods.
The Weeping Dragon is one of the fell gods?
Yeah.
You see any dragons when you were looking down there?
No, fish. Eels are kind of like dragons.
Were they weeping?
They're wet. In my notebook where I've been like writing down what I was putting in my tincture, I'm just gonna write parasites and underline it.
Yeah, for sure.
There's like a picture of a stinky fish.
I'm judging the quality of the food on this ship. How is it?
It's good, really good. Everything is very expertly prepared. You get the sense that these are a lot of highly trained chefs preparing the meals here.
Right on.
Yeah, it's literally the medieval equivalent of like a luxury cruise liner on this ship. Seas are rough as they're going to be, but it's everything is very well taken care of, so that at least the guests above deck have nothing to worry about.
Try the crab. I've never had it before, but I eat it by the tubful here.
You can just have a tub.
That's a lot of crab that you ate. Looking
how
at
they
the empty tray.
That's how they serve it. And I start looking around and see people having like,
Plates that are on the end.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. It's customary to make multiple trips instead of the serving dish.
Wait, what? We can get more?
Yeah.
I started stocking up
This
more.
place is incredible.
What's the deal with you two? Is that like your
We almost got swindled at the gates.
of Galena?
Yeah,
Oh wow. That's unfortunate.
and Errant is new. So, we've just been hanging out.
New as in like you met him recently, like new friends, new
Well, yes.
acquaintances.
Made about 2 weeks ago.
You were with what?
I'm new.
Whoa! Congrats, man. Welcome to life.
Thanks.
Wait, so 2 weeks ago. Wait, do I know anything about Clanks?
Make a knowledge roll. Regardless of difficulty of 15.
I have a -2 to knowledge.
I just keep putting new things with textures
that.
on your plate.
That's a 10 with fear.
Chimichanga.
Fear.
I'm a
This
10
looks like wet beans.
You don't know much. You know that clanks they originated in Galena and were originally like crafted there, but then eventually some of them like gained sentience and set out from there. And you know that like there are some people who still know how to build them, and so there are like clanks in other parts of the world, but they're not super common in Frost Timber. Yeah, I don't think you know like how they self-reproduce.
Are there still clanks in Galena also? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Not to be indelicate. You were made, and then did you make him?
No.
No.
My parents?
Your parents made you. Where are your parents?
I assume back in Aethra, but I was kind of made in secret, and they weren't supposed to make me, and then they found out and kind of had to fight our way out. And
Whoa.
I had a friend whose parents weren't supposed to make him either.
yeah, but I only saw one of my parents towards the end. I don't know about the other two.
That's rough, bud. And they made you to go to Trove?
Yeah,
Any way to
there's been like a magical infection spreading.
Huh.
Is it like is it like the plague?
No,
The robots still come back to life.
They just die.
they just die.
Oh. That's also rough, bud.
2 are plagues. 2 too many.
That is a weird coincidence, though.
So yeah, the last person that that knew anything about the plague, they're in Trove.
Oh. Okay,
Huh.
so
Do you know their name?
Lady Truth.
Truth and Jubilance, maybe they hang out.
They don't sound like they would.
You can tell by their names.
I mean, truth sounds like a somber thing, and jubilance is like a party thing.
Oh, you know, the Damon was saying that they kind of name them for like what they would want them to be like. So maybe they aren't like that.
Sometimes they hit the nail right on the head. Sometimes they really miss the mark.
That would sound like wisdom, except that those are kind of the only options that there are.
Yeah.
Why do you know so much, David? You're like worldly.
Yeah, well, I was a bit of a traveller in my younger days. Heard a lot of stories and seen a lot of things.
What's the best place you've been?
Best. It's hard to pick a best place because there's so many places are good for different reasons. Like the food in Galena's really good, but there's some sights I've seen in Grottazan that are life-changingly beautiful.
You've been to Grottazan?
I have, yeah.
Why? When? For how long?
It was probably
you
when
talk
I
to
was. Well, lots of people. It was probably when I was about 16, 17. My father, he was originally from Frost Timber, and he travelled around. He was a smith and wanted to learn all the different types of metals that I worked with and techniques for working with them. So we visited each of the dominions, and we went to Grottazan because they've got some master smiths there. So I can't remember the name of the fellow that we had met up with and was staying with, I was more interested in going out and checking out the. There was this crystal cavern with these sulfuric pools in it. Smelled like a fart, but
Yeah, it's
so
fine.
nice. Really warm pools, and you could just float in there and feel all your stress melt off. It's nice.
There are non-stinky pools.
Oh.
Shortly, it's not that far. We just don't tell tourists about them.
That's fair. Makes sense.
But yeah, have to be stinky.
I just figured that was part of it.
And sulfur's good for your skin, but
That's where I heard about the withered demon. It's one of the other dread gods. Yeah, there's the weeping drake, the withered demon, and the wandering spirit.
That's only 3.
Oh well, nobody knows what the 4th one is or was.
what did Wake refer to himself as?
He's a wind spirit of knowledge.
Yeah, nobody actually knows the name of the 4th dread god. There's rumors that it was killed when the fell gods, I should say, were felled. Yeah, some people think that they all died and they're all gone. Other people think they're still out there somewhere, just biding their time. And others think that they were just so broken that they tried to get as far from humans as they could, as humanity, from humanity as they could, and are hiding themselves out and just don't want to be around mortals anymore. But nobody
Maybe
really
we'll
knows
find
for sure.
The 4th one. I bet it's like the Whispering Yeti or something.
Do we want to find the 4th one?
From what I've heard, if it's dread you're after, that's the 4th god. Nobody knows its name or what it looks like anymore, but they know that it just brought death in swaths across the land, wherever it traveled.
I don't think we should go looking for that.
The Wiping Dread. Maybe that's what it's called.
Wiping dread?
Yeah, I don't know. They all started with W,
W.
so I'm just trying to figure it out.
Like, they wipe everything out?
Sure, yeah. Not like the Wiping Dread I had this morning.
My specialty is the food, not what happens after. So.
It's all better now.
You guys feel like a sudden bump to the side of the ship.
It's the dragon.
You all like
Found it.
you have that moment of like shock, and then you start to hear a commotion above decks. You hear like raised voices and things.
Maybe we did find the dragon. Ah! I should go see what that is.
Empress, your bodyguard's been standing nearby. He's like,
I would advise against it, young lord.
Well, you just want us to sit around here while people are screaming up top? That's boring.
We should go have a look. Stay close.
and you guys follow as Empress leads you up above decks.
As we're heading
What?
that way,
You are.
well, I've been reading about the different things that we saw the other day.
Right.
So coral is alive. It's an animal.
That was rocks.
No. Also, the vibrant colors come from a parasitic organism that attaches to it.
So it's a sick rock.
No. Maybe.
Coral is rocks and the sun is small.
Come on.
As you guys are heading up, Empress gets to an area, and you can see that a couple of the attendants and waiters and things on the ship have started piling things up against one of the doors, and that leads to a stairwell that leads up. And he's like,
Strange. I think we can cut through the ballroom.
and leads you down the hallway.
Should we ask what's going on?
That looks like a fire hazard.
If you'd like to.
Oh, yeah, I'll run over. Hi.
One of them turns around.
I noticed that you're piling things against this door.
Yes. Yes, we are. Pirates. Pirates above decks.
Oh, I've heard of those. Let's go.
Pirates.
Empress draws a sword and heads into the next room.
You say we're in the ballroom, right? Mm-hmm. On the tables where the food is set up, are there any carving knives or anything sitting out?
Make a fate roll. If you roll with hope, then there are.
Is that just a straight roll of?
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't remember if it was that or a D20. 20. With hope.
Hell yeah. Yeah, there's actually it looks like one of the chefs was just inside where like the kitchen area connects to this particular ballroom. Was there sharpening his knives for the evening, and seemed to have like gotten the news and got up and fled somewhere and left his knives sitting out.
Okay, cool. I'll grab a big knife and a small knife.
Hell yeah, you do so.
Tuck them back in my waistband.
Absolutely.
Probably just grabbing a little tiny dinner knife. Just like tucking it in a boot.
Like wrench Wake off of my big walking stick so that if I have to smack somebody, I'm not.
Nice. Yeah, you watch as Sprue pulls the skull off of her walking stick, and when she lets go of it, it just kind of like hovers and orbits a little to the like back right of her.
He hovers.
That's really cool. I thought he was part stick.
Nope.
Wind, pot wind. as you guys.
I was like, ew.
Jeez, it makes me a part to win.
Oh no, the wiping guy is back.
You guys rush up the stairs and are met by the moonlight overhead, and darkness and torches are lit on the decks, where you can see a fight has already broken out. There are a bunch of bedraggled-looking, salty seamen. Didn't like that. There's a bunch of salty dogs that are
There you go.
that have like tattered clothing. Some of them are wearing like really nice jackets that have bloodstains on them. Some have really old bloodstains. Some have fresh bloodstains on them. As there are several pirates in the area that have started attacking sailors and crew. You can see there are some guests that are already face down on the ship as you have been boarded. What are you guys doing?
Are any of the like staff, like the deck staff, being threatened by pirates currently?
Yeah, all
Near
of them.
me? All right, whoever the weakest looking staff member is that's being threatened by a pirate, I'll attack that pirate.
Yeah. I think the first thing that catches your eye is you actually see a group of about 12 like skinny looking dudes that have surrounded a young like servant girl who's just wearing like a simple dress, and she's got a little like tiny pocket knife that she's holding out, and behind her is a man in like a really ornate jacket that's dark black that has these like red paisley design on it, and he's like standing behind her and like using her as a shield as all of these pirates are surrounding them.
That sickens me. So I'd like to grab out like a little thing of sauce
Yeah.
and stealthily just like put it on
Yeah, for sure.
one of the knives that I just stole, and I'll just go right up and stab one of the pirates in the back, like one of the pirates that's threatening them.
Hell yeah. Make an attack roll.
Shit, Felix just went out after a pirate. Like looking around.
15 with fear.
Hits, for sure.
Sweet. Okay, so that's 15 damage.
Dang. Tell me how you managed to take out 9 pirates from this group.
Well, while they're focused on like these more helpless people, I run up, I pull out both of the daggers, and I just start like quick shivving them all in the back while they're not looking.
Yeah, you guys watch as Felix rushes out and very quickly just starts like lacerating necks and like sides.
Just going for vital points.
Yeah, just like you see he's got like this smaller blade in one hand, which he's like dragging across veins.
It's like a paring knife.
Yeah, and a butcher knife in the other hand that he's using to just like slice and cut and stab. And like almost very, it almost looks delicate the way that he's like sort of dancing around with the blades, and you just see pirates dropping, and the group of 12 instantly becomes a group of 3.
Holy shit.
Can I see like somebody that looks like the captain of the pirates anyway?
You can make an instinct roll.
9, 10 with fear.
You don't see anybody who looks specifically like a captain. Like none of them are wearing anything more ornate than the other, but you do see a really big Galapa who looks kind of like a sea turtle. And you see as he grabs a man, reaches into his pockets, pulls out a couple of coins, and then just tosses the man overboard. and is like moving on to the next person. You both rolled with fear. But another group of pirates is going to rush in towards Balrudrick, who's very clearly like dressed nicely compared to the rest of you. A group of pirates rushes in towards you. Ember steps forward and starts crossing blades with them, cuts a few of them down, and you hear a call that like rings out through all of the commotion, and you look over and across the deck, maybe like 20, 30 feet away, you see Paya is being held down by a pirate.
I think I'm gonna like kind of duck and like immediately try to beeline towards her. Is Roop with me?
Roop is not here now.
Okay, so Roop is not here.
You assume he's somewhere with Grungnir, his bodyguard.
Okay. How choppy are the seas? How crazy is this deck?
The seas are actually not very choppy. It's a pretty calm night weather-wise. It's just chaos on the decks.
I think I'm just gonna like try to like dodge and run my way over to her, and like using the Looty Luge instincts, like try to check this guy off of her.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this would just be a strength roll.
No, medium.
Oh, I don't know why in my head. You're like a little kobold.
Yeah, that's kind of like what I originally thought, but he is Draconin, so.
I think, interestingly, you're like a normal humanoid size for like a 15-year-old boy, 17-year-old boy. Your brother Roop, who's just a couple of years older than you, is like a good like foot taller.
Yeah, I'm little for Dracona.
Got
In
it,
my
got it,
age,
got
for
it.
sure.
Kind of a squirt.
Ew. No.
Well, same with best friends.
I've always
like
hated that term.
It is really unpleasant.
Yeah.
I want to become unstoppable as well.
Hell yeah. So you'll put a D4 up there on a 1.
Yeah. And then we're doing strength. Ooh. Okay, that's a 17 with fear. I am terrified.
Excellent.
Stakes
Yeah.
are real.
Yeah, terrified. You see Paya press down to the ground. You rush up. 17 does hit, though. As you rush up and push this guy off, he flips over the edge of the ship, and you hear a couple of seconds later a splash as he hits the water. And you turn around just as you see that large Galapa, the sea turtle, is like lumbering across the deck towards you.
I'm gonna check on Paya. Are you okay? Like try to get her up and behind me.
Lifting her up, you can see there's a little bit of blood trickling down the side of her face. She looks a little bit dazed, and she's like, Rudy? As you like push her to the side, I'm going to spend a fear,
Son of a
and
gun.
that Galapa is going to swing at you with a massive fist. Ooh, that's a dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage, physical damage, I should say.
I'm gonna use an armor point and take no damage.
Hell yeah.
Glances off of my scales, basically, because I'm not wearing armor.
Yeah, absolutely. Our vision sweeps back across the deck to the other side, where you guys see I'll spend another fear, and there's this loud blast. All of you kind of like turn your heads for a moment. Everyone seems to be caught by this except for the pirates, who continue going about what they're doing. There's this loud blast. You see planks of wood flying off.
Off of our ship?
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
There's a couple of men. There's one human men. One who has this like long rod that's covered in these runes that have this red glow that seems to like dim to orange. As there's this explosion, as they've blasted through one of the cabin doors, and you recognize it to be the one that had been blocked off. There's now a smoking hole there as he heads below decks. The other one turns, has a similar staff in his hand, and is kind of like standing there trying to. You see a couple pirates like rush past him, and he's like looking across the deck. And I'm gonna roll a d6. I'm gonna say, Sam, you're 1 and 2, Matt 3, 4, Josh 5, 6. That's a 1. Of course it is.
It's been a while.
It has been a while. He
Been a while.
stretches the rod forth and starts whispering under his breath. You can almost hear the whisper echo across through the chaos of the crowd. That is a 16 to hit.
Yes.
You take 8 points of magical damage as a similar blast flies across the ship and just kind of like catches you in the body, like the mass of your body, knocks you back a little bit as you catch yourself.
So it's more than my lower number, but less than my bigger number.
So that would be 2 HP. 2
okay.
HP. Unless you want to mark an armor slot to... Oh, but you don't have armor.
I only have 1 armor slot, so I'm kind of saving it if I end up in a pinch.
That's fair.
A tumbleback, probably. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna reach for Wake, and I'm gonna make it look like I'm like afraid. I'm gonna whisper into where his ears would be, and I'm gonna cast Voice of Dread on that guy that just attacked me.
Ooh, what does that do?
You magically speak into the ears of a creature you can see to torment them with your words. Make a spellcast roll against them. On a success, they mark a stress and become temporarily vulnerable.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and make your spellcast roll. This is a knowledge roll, I believe.
Yes. Do I roll both die?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Roll both die.
It's been a while since I've attacked.
Add them together. Tell me if it's hope or fear, and add your knowledge. 8 with fear.
I'm just repeating like they're stealing from you.
Yeah, I
They're
think.
gonna take.
Yeah, I think you grab Wake and you start whispering into his ear, and another group of pirates kind of like rush over the side of the ship, kind of where you're standing, and bump into you. And there's a moment where Wake is like knocked loose and almost hits the ground before floating back up. You don't manage to get the whole spell off in time. You rolled with fear. Stepping up across the deck from you, stepping up onto the railing, is a human man who's got long black hair pulled into a ponytail that seems to go back down like past his butt. He's got a long black coat with trim that was once gold that has kind of like frayed, and you can see the white showing through now as he stands up. And
So this guy, you said he was emerging from our ship or from the other ship?
onto your ship.
Onto our ship, okay.
At this point, it is unclear how many other ships there are boarding you right now.
Oh, bother.
But he steps up. He has an impressive hat. It's like this big tricorn with a really long feather. Some sort of like long pheasant feather. As he steps up with a big smile on his face, you can see he's got a couple missing teeth on the top row and a couple missing teeth on the bottom row on the other side. As he looks over the whole deck, and he's like, "Come on, man, get them!" And he like motions with a cutlass. Another group of 12 pirates climb up behind him and enter the fray as well. I'm gonna spend another fear. That first group that you just completely sliced through, Felix, the 3 remaining ones are going to turn and they're going to attempt to attack you. That's not bad. It's a 17 to hit.
I mean, yeah.
You take 3 points of damage as they turn, and they're all just swiping swords at you. A couple of them catch.
I'll just take that damage, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, a couple of them catch on your arms and legs and give you a few cuts, but nothing through muscle or tissue, thankfully.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Am I by the edge at all? Mm-hmm. Can I see any like more boats trying to load up?
Make an instinct roll as you look out to see what's going on in the waters.
Oh, not good.
Oh,
7.
With hope or fear?
Fear.
Excellent. Looking out into the water, you see there are 2 like full-sized ships on that side, and you like look down and see that they've like affixed themselves with these sort of like grappling chains that are affixed to the lower part of the ship and are keeping their ship steady with yours. There are also several other hooks that have like blasted through portions of the ship up high, and you can see that there are men climbing up those ropes. That's on the side opposite of where the captain just stood up from. So you get the sense that there's more on the other side too.
Okay. And that side doesn't have people, like currently on.
There's people all over the deck.
Okay,
here.
cool.
Yeah, there's people. There are bodies. You can see that these pirates are pretty indiscerning when it comes to whether they let someone live or die. Some people have probably been like knocked out and are like laying down. Some people are laying down in like puddles of blood and have big gashes across them and have clearly been killed. There's a few pirates who are just like skittering around and taking like chains and jewelry and belongings off of the dead.
Yeah, I'll look for one of the chains with people climbing up it, and the runes on my hand will light up as I try to overcharge it and unleash chaos on it.
Cool. Before you do that, you rolled with fear. The captain is going to see as you hold your hand out and it starts charging up with that light. He picks up on that. He's going to rush across the deck and is going to make an attack on you with his cutlass. That's a 23 to hit.
Yep.
11 points of damage as the captain.
Can I spend a hope to reduce that by 1d8?
Is that a feature that you have?
Yeah, I've got Rune Ward, so
Oh,
some
hell
kind
yeah.
of like spark comes out and takes some of the damage.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and roll a d8 and subtract this from 11.
4.
Brings it
Not
down to
enough.
7.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so as he rushes over and slashes down at your outstretched arm, you like pull it away just in time, and as you do, there's a flash from your core of that bluish light, or that almost like violet light that flashes out and creates this like momentary barrier that deflects part of his blade and it just chips the edge of your wrist instead of taking your arm off.
Got it. Cool.
Does your spell still go on?
Can I then redirect it to him?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. This will be a spellcast roll, I believe.
That's definitely cocked.
Hey, better. 21 to hit,
21 hits the captain.
and then I'll spend 2 charges on that.
Hell yeah.
10. Do I add instinct to the damage too?
The card should say.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
10.
Not bad. There's that similar flash of light to when you were in the warehouse that blasted the wall out. This time it's more controlled and focused, and you like catch him in the shoulder and it knocks him back a couple of feet. Was that attack with hope or fear?
Here.
Fear? Okay.
Can I finish off these pirates before I run over to try to help Rudy with this giant turtle?
Yes. But on that roll with fear, the giant turtle is going to swing at Rudy again.
No.
That's a 14 to hit.
It does hit. Good luck hurting me though.
5 points of damage. You're unstoppable.
Yeah, what does he hit me with?
His fist.
Just his fist? Yeah, I think I managed to dodge out of the way.
Hell yeah. Yeah, he's just got these like massive green and brown scaled fists that he's like swinging out and just like gliding off of you.
I really want to try to get Paya back to Empress. Can I try to headbutt this guy to try to get him away from us?
Yeah, go for it.
17 with fear.
17 hits.
With a headbutt. Am I doing damage?
Yeah. Well, I think it would be a d4 plus your strength.
Or what's that? 6 plus the 1 for unstoppable is 7.
7 damage.
Yeah.
Nice. You bring your head back and slam it into this Galapa's face. You hear a slight crack as he like stumbles back and holds his face for a moment. You can see a little bit of blood coming down from his forehead.
Just like, not today, bud. Just smash him in the head. I want to grab Paya's hand and try to run with her back over to my bodyguard.
Absolutely. Was that with hope or fear?
That was with fear.
With fear. Okay, yeah, you grab Paya's hand, start rushing away from this guy, back across the way. Those 3 remaining pirates are going to attack you again.
I wanted to attack them first.
Well, every time you guys roll with fear, I get to do what I want.
I didn't let you do that. I just
Sorry.
wanted to get out of there.
That was more important that you get out of there.
That's a 9 to hit.
That does not hit.
Excellent. Yeah, you definitely move out of the way. That's back to you guys.
I'm gonna finish these pirates off.
Go for it.
Murder them to completion.
They're gonna complete.
That's a 20 with fear.
20 hits for sure.
He definitely completed.
That's the sound the last one makes as he goes over the edge. He was also a Galapa.
10 damage.
Yeah, 10 is more than enough. How do you take out the last 3?
I'm basically just like stabbing like hearts and lungs and whatever on the first 2 guys, and then the third guy, I assume will try to run, and then I'll just like fling my small dagger like right in his back.
Yeah, absolutely. He like falls to the ground and slides a little bit. You rush over and retrieve the dagger.
As we're running, this guy just in front of us, and we're just like, ah!
Slides in front of you. You like hop over him.
Yeah.
I need that.
You rolled with fear.
Man.
The captain's going to make another cutlass attack on Errant. 13 to hit.
That'll hit.
Only 3 damage from this one.
Cool.
I got a fire jar.
You did.
How far away is the ship that the captain came off of?
Unclear. You'd have to go over to the edge and check it out. You run over, glance over, you see 2 ships down there that are connected in the same way.
Either one of them could be. There's no like distinct like. This is the.
I'll say the one on the left is a little bit bigger.
I know how to use it. I know how to use this.
You know
jar.
how it functions, yeah.
I could just throw it.
Go ahead and make it. This will be a ranged attack roll, so make an attack roll using your dex. Or
Agility?
your agility, yeah.
Can I use Crave's balance for this?
I'm going to say no because your ship's not currently on fire. It is under attack.
I set our ship on fire a little bit.
I did think that might be what you were doing.
As a treat.
That's mad cocked.
Man, cock.
What ass? I just lost that, didn't I? 7 with hope.
7 with hope, you gain a hope.
I didn't lose a hope, so.
I think you throw it down. I think what we're going to do here is you throw it down and you like pause and wait for a moment as you watch it go. There's a little splash before you see a little fire start and it begins to trail across that ship. And then you see how close that ship is to this one and that worries you a little bit. I think like you see the fire catch and start spreading, and then you notice that the sails of that ship are occasionally like brushing against the side of yours.
It's that close?
Yeah, they're literally fastened. Like they rolled up and they grappled themselves to you so that their ships are being pulled along beside yours.
I still think it was a solid idea.
It's a great idea. That ship is
the problem with most
on
of my
fire.
ideas is that theoretically good.
You rolled with hope, so I'm going to spend a fear. And that other group of 12 pirates that just hopped up next to the captain, they're going to rush over and surround you and make an attack.
Isn't it a bigger problem that your ship is on fire?
Why is there always so many pirates?
15 to hit.
Yeah, dog.
Internally, I'm like, God, I wish I didn't have to kill these pirates. I love it when pirates kill rich people.
That's 9 points of damage.
I'm gonna hex.
Ooh.
Whoever looks scariest in this group.
You can hex them as a group. It's a horde.
I hex this group.
Boom.
Yeah. What does that look like?
When they start seemingly just beating the shit out of me one by one.
They surround you in a group and are like slashing out, and like a couple of them are catching you.
In my head, they're just in a circle, and each one is.
They just have clubs.
Little pinata.
I imagine that Wake is nearby, and there's just kind of like a fog that rolls out
I love
from
that.
him, and it's like in their like eyes and ears and noses and mouths.
Yeah, he like floats up a little bit and is like looking upwards towards the sky, and from every orifice on his face, fog begins to pour out. As a couple of these guys also start coughing, and you see fog starting to pour out of their mouths and eyes as well. It's upsetting. So they
Action and damage rolls against a hexed creature gain a bonus equal to your tier.
which is 1 right now.
Lasts until you spend a number of fear equal to my spellcast roll, which is 2.
Hell yeah, that was their go. It's back to you guys.
Help!
Well, I was going to help you, but you've already made it back over to where your bodyguard is. So,
Or at least I'm on the way.
is it a clear path from me to where Sprue is getting attacked, or is there anything in between me and that?
You're kind of on the opposite side of the ship. We'll just have you make a quick agility roll to see if you can get there and still act.
21 with hope.
21 with hope, you gain a hope, and yeah, you jump and tuck and roll over a couple of like fallen bodies, swap around some like pirates, just kind of like roll around their backs and stuff before you get over to where Sprue is being beaten in a circle.
I'm going to apply once more some sauce to my blade. And attack
Blade
this
sauce.
group of pirates that are bludgeoning this perfectly sweet magic user.
Yeah, go for it.
+1.
16? I have a +1?
Yeah,
oh,
because they're
17.
17?
With hope.
17 definitely hits.
Sweet. Since it's a successful attack, I'm going to mark a stress, and they will become marked for death,
Ooh, hell yeah.
which gives me another d4 damage.
Nice.
It's a bad day for them.
17 damage.
Yeah, once again, you take out 9 guys with a few fell swoops.
It's like in the Ninja Turtles live action movie when they drop like a smoke pellet and then you just hear like the sounds of yeah, and then the fog clears and like a bunch of guys are on the ground.
Yeah. 3 of them are left with smoke pouring out from their eyes. You rolled with hope, correct?
Yeah.
Nice. I'm gonna spend 2 fear, I think, is what I have to spend to clear their hex.
Oh, I suppose it could be interpreted in that way, huh?
What?
I thought maybe you had to complete 2 actions.
You can
It
mark
just
the
says
strength to
spends
hex
a
them.
number of fear. I
The
didn't.
condition lasts until the GM spends a number of fear equal to your spellcast trait, which is +2. So I'll spend
I-
2 fear to clear that.
Yeah, I thought you had to like wait.
But that goes back to you guys.
I'm.
As they kind of like cough and rub at their eyes until the fog stops pouring out.
It's the captain that's on me, right? I'm gonna try to knock his hand with his blade away, and then just put my hand on his chest and try to.
Hell yeah, I like
Can
that.
I-
So normally my hand rounds are like close range. It's only when I like overpower them that they're far.
Can I spend a hope to help?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that as like I'm trying to run with Paya, that I'm like avoiding the people that are coughing smoke out of their eyes, and I like bump into the captain or something.
Yeah,
as I'm
bump
going.
into him and like knock him into to Aaron's hand. Yeah, go ahead and make
Do
your.
I add a D6? Was that?
Apparently, I
Gives you
roll a
advantage.
D6, and then we add that to it, or you can roll it. That's fine.
No, you do it. It's fun.
Yeah, I like that. The person giving the aid rolls their d6 for advantage.
It's gonna be +3.
11. But
With
hope.
nice.
But is it with a +3 for that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yikes.
Can I spend a hope to add +2 to that?
For what reason?
My primal origin.
Yeah, how does that work? Can you read me that?
So, my manipulate magic, I can. Oh, sorry, that's not hope. It's marking a stress to do that. I can extend the range. I can add a +2 to attack roll. I can double damage die.
Yeah,
Or
I'll allow that
cool.
in this instance.
Does that help?
Mark stress that adds 2 to your
Yeah.
roll of
11,
Is
so
11?
13.
13. Just
That's
No.
I'm gonna shout, "Hey, Captain, your ship is on fire!" And I'm gonna use Witch's Charm. I'm gonna spend 3 hope. When
Okay.
I or an ally within far range rolls a failure on an action roll, you can spend 3 hope to change it into a success with fear.
Hell yeah.
Dope.
I will gain a fear. Your attack lands.
Oh, cool.
Hell yeah.
The captain gets nudged by Bal Rudrick and like runs into your palm. You're still like, he's like wrestling with you to get his sword away, and he like wrestles your hand away, and then he hears this lady call out that his ship is on fire, and he like turns to look, and your hand goes back. Go ahead and roll damage. He sees smoke rising from the edge of the ship.
7.
That's great. That's right at his first threshold. That's 2 hit points of damage to him. That was now a roll with fear, thanks to the witchy happenings.
Witch's Charm.
What kind of weapons do the pirates have?
Most of them have cutlass, except for the big Galapa, who's just pummeling people with his fists. The captain also has a
Those
cutlass.
guys that were hitting me with clubs.
And there's these guys that like blasted open, and one of them went below decks. The other one is still standing there at the ready. Him and the other guy who had those like runic rods are not dressed as the pirates are. They were dressed very similar to each other. They have these not like full cloaks, but they have these like cowls that are hooded and just cover their shoulders. Each of them is wearing just kind of like a basic white tunic underneath and dark trousers.
Do I recognize them? Like, are they from an organization that I'm familiar with or have heard of or anything?
They don't dress like anybody that you're familiar with. No.
Can I finish off the rest of these pirates?
No, because that roll was with fear, so I get to do a thing.
Oh, okay.
But after that, you can try.
Okay.
They're gonna, take their last chance and try and do some damage to you first.
Who are the pirates?
Yeah, that's a 13 to hit.
I mean, I guess.
2 points of damage.
It's so minor, like. I can take that to 0 with just using an armor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna do that. Okay. I'd like to respond by killing all of them.
Yeah, go for it. Take your best shot.
You dare? You dare touch me?
Oh!
It's like a little cut on your face.
Yeah. 15?
They are still marked for death as well. 15 hits.
You're just making me look cooler.
That was a terrible roll. But for still 7 damage.
Which is enough. They had 1 hit point left as you cut down the 3 remaining people. I believe you can pivot your marked for death to someone else.
I'm gonna pivot it to the pirate captain. And if I can, on my action, I'd like to pick up one of these cutlasses and throw it to Rudy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Armor yourself!
Silly bad boys. I'm gonna hopefully get Paya hidden behind some barrels or something.
Yeah.
Close to Empress.
Yeah, I think you bring Paya over and Empress finishes, you see he's just pulling a large longsword out of the chest of a pirate as they slide overboard, and he turns and sees Paya. Do you say anything?
Push her over to him, be like, watch after her. Look like I'm gonna go fight some stuff. I'm sure he's probably not happy about that.
Yeah, make a presence roll. I'm gonna say with advantage. So you can add a d6 to this.
14 with fear.
I think there's a moment where he looks at you. You can see the struggle on his face of knowing that his purpose here is to protect you, and then seeing Paya, who clearly will not survive if she stays up here, and just kind of looks at you for a moment and nods before another pirate comes up and he locks blades and starts fighting with them and keeping Paya behind him. You rush off. With fear, you have this interaction, nod, and turn around to rush back into the action and bump into the chest of the Galapa, who is now back at you, and he's going to swing a fist.
Back at it again with the turtle.
15 to hit.
Does hit, but I keep forgetting that Unstoppable actually reduces the severity of the physical damage by 1 threshold.
Oh yeah, it does.
Let's see what he gives.
5 points of damage.
So yeah, I think he just hits me, and I just look back at him kind of glazed, and then just take the sword and stab at him.
Yeah, go for it.
It's presence.
Oh no.
I know.
Oh no. Well, that's not great. That's a 5 to hit, but with hope.
Oh, excellent. You gain a hope, but you do not hit. Actually, I think you slash forward with the cutlass, and he just grabs it in his hand for a second, and I'm gonna spend a fear, and he's gonna swing his other fist at you again.
Oh boy.
That's not great. 7 to hit.
That one misses entirely.
Nice. He swings back at you, and you just kind of duck out of the way.
Slugfest.
At this point, I'm going to spend a fear.
Oh no! He's spending so much fear.
The opposite corner where that blast happened, you watch as the man with the runic rod comes up with a figure who's got a black bag, not even a black bag, it's just a burlap sack tied over his head, and his arms are tied with rope behind his back as he brings him up, and he and the other robed figure, cowled figure, rush over to the edge of the ship where one of them begins whispering and taps the guy with the rod, and there's this strange warping of the air that you can see, almost like heat waves that surround the guy who's got his head in a bag, as he just tosses him over the ship. But you see, whenever he does it with one arm, and the guy kind of floats for a moment, and it's he's falling in slow motion over the edge of the ship as one of them grabs onto the rope and calls out,
Captain, our work is done here.
and starts climbing down the rope. That's going to be you guys.
Could we tell who that was?
Make an instinct roll.
Can we all do that?
Sure, but as many of you roll with fear as how many turns I'm going to take afterwards.
Well, it was with Hope.
Nice.
And
You get nothing.
that's a 14.
14. 14 is pretty good. I think you recognize from the black robes and you catch a glint of that golden pin. That was the guy who was checking people when they were getting on the ship.
Oh, okay. Oh, not Roop. Okay. I didn't see a tail. Good.
Yeah, definitely human man. That's back to you guys.
Which ship are they going to?
One on the side where the one is on fire.
They're going to the fire ship?
There's 2 ships over there. It seems like they're going to the other one.
That's a whole lot of problems. I don't really.
You're fighting the captain
Yeah.
right now, and you're fighting that Galapa. I'm gonna go help Rudy with the Galapa because Rudy is still my in on this mission.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll sneak in and just like using what I know about making turtle soup or something like that. I'll strike at what I assume would be the sensitive spot on a man-sized turtle.
Yeah, for sure.
Since I'm fighting him, can I give him advantage on that roll?
If you want to spend a hope,
Yes. I do.
sweet. What did they have for?
And can I spend a second hope to do Tilly time, boys, and add my experience to that roll?
I don't think you can add your experience to someone else's roll.
Okay.
22
22 hits.
with fear.
Absolutely.
I said the captain when I marked who I moved the mark for death thing to, right? Okay. So I can't add that, but that's fine. 13 damage.
I forgot about this earlier. You step in and are going for the delicate areas, like the elbows, where the arms meet the body, and are just like leaving a couple of cuts. As you do so, he's like swinging back at you after each cut that you make, and just like having to deftly move out of the way, you mark a stress. If he marks 2 or fewer HP from an attack within melee range, then the attacker marks a stress.
I don't think this takes an action, but I'd like to use Grim Resolve to spend 3 hope to clear 2 stress.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So
Absolutely. Well, your attack was with hope, right? No, it was with fear.
fear with fear.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna swing back on you. Not great. That's a 5 to hit.
No.
Swings back, misses. It's a stressful situation. I'm going to spend a fear as the captain is going to. I'm going to spotlight the captain as he is going to kind of like kick back off of you, Errant, and kind of like tucks and rolls backwards, does like a backward somersault across the deck, and during the roll is going to like turn so that he instantly is like up and is rushing back towards the other side of the ship. As he's running, he's calling out, "Let's go, boys! Take what you've got and let's get out of here." That's going to be you guys.
Can I try to trip the
I'm-
captain on his way? With my walking stick?
Yeah, this will be a strength roll.
I can't use like staff as a weapon.
Yeah, I'll let you like make an attack
Okay.
roll with your staff if you're swinging it at his legs. 19 with.
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead. 19 hits. Make a damage roll.
8 points of magic damage.
Dang.
I assume that's what MAG means.
Yes.
Context of.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
That's
you.
actually Magnum.
I pull out my gun.
Yeah, I think you. I don't think you even like swing it at him. I think you just like point the staff, and there's like a gust of wind or whatever. If you would like to describe what your magic looks like.
I think it's like the wind from the Lion King, where there's like stuff in it. There's leaves. And
Oh, like
whatnot.
Pocahontas colors of the wind.
No, like the Lion King specifically. It's
Okay.
different.
Like when Rafiki is getting a.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
No, you're not getting it. I think
Yeah. A couple
You're not
of.
getting it. It's not rainbows. It's something else. It's
Yeah.
like nuts and goo and stuff.
Goo.
Leaves. goo.
nut goo.
Anyway. Yeah, like
Some
leaves.
gooey wind, y'all.
Leaves that would not be here, like
Yeah,
rush
I
out,
found
and he's like, it like literally trips him up. He falls and like lands on his face and drags across the ship for a moment and gets up with a bloody nose and he's like, gets over to the edge. And he's gonna start climbing down. I'm gonna go ahead and spend.
There were grapples. Like
These guys died.
Was it like hooks?
They're like grappling hooks, but they're not just like hooked over the railing. They like burst through the ship on a lower level.
So then maybe detach them from that end. Or, I don't know.
I'm going to spend
Gonna
2
attach
fear.
them to something else so he can't go.
I'm going to spend 2 fear. The Galapa, as well as the other man who had the runic staff, see the captain call this out. They're both going to disengage and rush over to the edge, begin climbing down.
Do we get like
The
an
ropes
attack
there.
of opportunity as they leave?
That's
or
what I was
anything?
checking earlier. It's not a thing in Daggerheart.
Oh,
Yeah, for me or for you. So
fair.
it benefits everyone. That's you guys.
Can I chase after him, run over to the edge? I'm going to mark a stress to refill the charges on my unleashed chaos. And shoot it at him?
At the captain?
At the captain?
Yeah, go for it.
Pretend like
Right,
he's
the
a can.
captain. There we kind of go. 16 to hit.
16 hits.
Cool. I'm gonna spin 2.
Spend 2 foot what?
Gonna unleash chaos. I can increase the amount of damage to it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's got a certain amount of charges. He just marked a stress to refill it.
Sick.
And I think as you hold your hand out and are building up this charge, that blue patina sparks, and a little bit at your core as well as it spreads a little bit.
And this is a real big one. 18.
18 damage. Holy shit. Yeah. I think you like outstretch your palm and you're expecting like that blast of force to just like blow him back and maybe into the water. There's that spark of bluish violet energy as you feel the patina crawl across your forearm and in your chest a little bit. It sparks, there's a blast, and his head is just gone as his
Damn.
limp body falls over the edge and splashes. It actually, like, you watch it as it falls down, you're like in shock for a moment as his body goes down, hits the edge of the ship, and then spins into the water. Very Titanic moment.
Since he's dead, can I move my march for death over to the Galapa
You can.
and attack him before he can get off the ship?
Was that attack with hope or fear?
Fear.
Fear.
Right?
Well,
Yeah.
that was your damage.
Yeah, it's damage.
Okay. I gain a fear. On that fear gained, the Galapa is going to go over the railing and start climbing down.
Okay.
I'm going to spend 2 more fear as they're sliding down.
It's the Galapa and the guy with the runic staff or whatever.
Essentially, yeah, those were the remaining combatants that were on the deck. Essentially, all of the pirates are now fleeing and leaving the ship, like a swarm of rats with riches filling their pockets. They're sliding down the ropes.
How far up are they? Like
They're
when
sliding down the ropes.
Right, but how far up when they're like starting down the ropes?
Well, I've spent 2 fear, so there's down the ropes.
Oh, so they're all okay. Well, for
Well,
my
the first fear, they're down the ropes. The second fear, I need everyone to make an agility roll.
okay.
Can I add Blade Runner to that?
Yeah, I like that.
By all
Blade
means.
Runner.
Could I add Crave's balance?
Yes.
Incredible.
I love the dual meaning. Always allow that shit.
23 with fear, by the way.
23 with fear, excellent.
20 with hope.
20 with hope. This is a reaction roll, so I don't gain fear from this. And
Good.
I don't think you gain
Oh, we
hope
don't
either.
get. Okay, yeah.
Oh. 16.
16.
Oh,
10.
this agility too?
Yes.
Okay. Would I say 16? 17.
Felix, you are rushing towards the edge of the ship to try and cut these guys off, or like break the binds of the chains that they're sliding down, or find some way to keep them from being able to retreat. And as you are rushing in that direction, you get to an area where you had taken out about 12 guys, and you slip in a little bit of the blood, Just as you're like starting to lose your footing and catching yourself, there's a series of pops and bangs. You take 2 points of physical damage as you are like just catching yourself from slipping, and then the entire ship lists as cannons fire all along the side from the ships that were anchored there. You hear the rattling of chains as they've been released from the ships below. If you would like, you can look over the edge, anybody who's near the edge, to see what's going on. The rest of you feel the ship lurch and kind of like grab anything that's nearby to hold yourself steady. There's like that burst. A moment passes before there's another series of pops and bursts and the ship lurches again.
What is occurring?
Looking over the edge, you see the ships that were connected are now disconnected and are firing cannons into the side of the bark. And you can see they left actually the one ship that is on fire still connected.
Can I disconnect that one? Can I like put my staff through the chains and try to like break them?
You can make a strength roll, or you can make an attack with your staff. This is going to be a difficulty of 25. They're like chains. You can try.
I can't. That's not true.
All right. As you guys are like looking over the edge of the ship and seeing the ridiculous damage, there's another volley of cannon fire. As you can see, the ship is just being shredded right where it meets the water. And as it lists a little bit more, the ship, like the deck itself, when it takes the hits, there's that like sort of jolt of the wood where you can feel as pieces way below are splintering. Now it is slowly starting to turn to one side. What are you guys doing?
You said that was like a fancy outfit, like maybe a lieutenant or this ship's captain or something was with that girl that were being attacked by that first group of pirates?
Yes.
I want to grab him. Where's the lifeboats? The ship's going down.
I had the same question. I think that we should get out of here. I'm just a guest. When
He like grabs you. Where are the lifeboats?
I slap him.
Did I? When
He rushes off crying.
when I was inspecting everything before and like looking over the edge and whatnot, did I see lifeboats?
Make a fate roll. If you roll with hope, then yes.
So we got TPK Titanic style.
Hey, hope. 12 hope.
Excellent. Yes, you did see where the lifeboats are. You know that they are. You're sort of on this area of the deck where there's one mast in the center, and then you know that there's like the second ballroom is up on this level inside, which would be through a door behind you, and it's through past that into the next mast is where the lifeboats are kept.
Yeah. The lifeboats are by the other mast over that way?
A bell starts to ring out as one of the crewmen is like raising an alarm, and you can hear sailors and people begin shouting and motioning for people to head in that direction.
I gotta find Roop. Where's Roop?
Empress is like, he's with Grumnir. He'll be all right. We should meet him at the lifeboats.
Alright, I think I'm gonna like grab Kaya again and probably Sprue and whoever and just start moving.
Yeah.
Can I send Wait to try and go find Roop?
Yes, green scales, large, muscled. I shall look for him.
Thank you.
And he just silently hovers away. It's like jaws open, eyes glowing as he floats around. People scream when they see him.
But it's screaming anyway.
Yeah.
Do I get the feeling that if I had to, I could swim?
Yeah.
Your legs are
I think that's-
lives.
Huh? Yeah, and I'm made of metal.
I think that would have been part of your training, because they knew that they would be sending you by sea at some point. So they made sure that all of your mobility was
Have some like
where a person's
inflatable
been.
sacks inside of your body.
Just activate my hand runes underwater.
Yeah, I
Iron
think-
Man around.
I think you just have some empty cavities that are specifically there for buoyancy.
Cool.
Yeah, you guys rush through, following behind Empress, as tons of people are panicked. I'm going to spend another fear as you guys, as you enter the ballroom. You can see the ship once again, the list, there's another volley of cannons. Those ships are getting further away at this point, but they're still within range. There's another volley. The ship really begins to list hard now as you see tables and dining chairs and food from the buffet begins spilling over onto the floor and everything is just sliding across. People fall. Everybody make another agility reaction roll.
Oh boy.
To avoid the debris and carnage.
Is there an idea or like a feeling that there aren't enough lifeboats for everybody, or do I think that there is enough lifeboats for everybody, like including the staff and everything?
I think with your particular background and interests, I think when you were being led through the ship initially to your rooms, into the servants' quarters, and hearing that guy talking with Sprue about how many people were on board and how there are hundreds of the wealthy upper class, as well as probably thousands of serving staff, I don't think there's any way there's enough lifeboats for everybody on this boat.
Do I see like different groups of like servants and like obviously guests, like rich type people?
Yeah,
moving
and
around?
right now it's a mix of people, and some of them are rolling past you on the floor.
Okay. Oh, I need to make my agility roll also.
Yeah.
6 with fear.
6 with fear.
20 with fear.
20 with fear.
9 with fear.
9 with fear.
Can I add Blade Runner to it or no?
Yes.
Okay.
You're spending a hope each time, correct?
Oh, yes, I'll do that. I'll like that. 15
15.
with fear.
Nice. Rudy and Sprue, you each take 4 points of damage as a table just kind of like sideswipes both of you and knocks you into the wall for a second. Empress comes over quickly and like pries it off
4
from the top
points
of
of
you.
damage?
Not 4 hit points. That's against your thresholds. So it would probably be 1 point of damage, 1 hit point worth of damage. What are your thresholds? Damage
4 and
thresholds?
10.
4 and 10. Okay, so that'd be 2.
I'm down.
Oh.
Damn.
Sprue is knocked unconscious. Empress pulls the table away and finds Rudy there. Rudy, are you still up?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm still unstoppable. So.
Yeah, we're technically in the same scene. And
yeah.
you haven't been dealing damage, so it hasn't been increasing.
I'm just still not taking damage. Is there any way I could, like, if I took the brunt of the table to have reduced the damage on Sprue?
I'll say make another agility roll. I'll call this a difficulty of 15 to have seen it coming, known that you're not going to get out of the way, and then cover Sprue and take the brunt.
Okay. Hell yeah, that's 23 with hope.
23 with hope. You gain a hope. And yeah, so this table comes out of nowhere. Sprue, you don't even see it coming. You just feel as Rudy presses their body against you, against the wall, and there's a loud slam before you see that the table has rammed into them. They kind of like grunt, and then Empress pulls the table aside. He's like, "Are you all right? Is everyone okay?"
Yeah.
You didn't take that damage.
No damage?
I'm going to, like, if I see a large group of
Thank you.
guests rather than staff, I'm gonna, if they look like they're heading towards the lifeboats, I'm going to be like, "What are you doing? You gotta get to the lifeboats!" and point them in the exact wrong direction.
Okay. Oh, make a presence roll.
Can I add for the cause?
Yes, 100%. You can add for the cause. It's going to be a
dark.
difficulty of 15.
Oh, that's not very good. That's a 9 with hope?
You gain a hope. I don't think anybody is listening to you. Oh, I don't think anybody can hear you over the sounds of panic that are rising from the next room.
Oh, wow.
Just like, Felix, that's incorrect. They're that way.
Oh! Scusi.
Good thing you're with the baby right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys step out from this ballroom onto the deck once again, which again is now holding that list and is just at a steep angle, hard to walk on. And spend another fear as you guys step out to see that the ropes that were there holding the lifeboats in place now dangle where they were cut by the pirates that were on this deck. There's no lifeboats.
How far away is
People-
the pirate ship that's not on fire from the ship right now? I know it was cut loose, but
The one that's not on fire? Well, there's 3 that were not on fire.
Oh.
And you can see they are now sailing pointed in a direction away from you, probably a good 50 yards from the ship.
the one that's on fire is still close. Is it unsalvageable?
Make an instinct roll as you're trying to get your bearings of where these ships are in relation to you.
11. With hope.
That's so dejected. 11.
11 with hope. You look and you see that the fire has fully engulfed the sails of that ship that is connected to yours and has actually caught on your ship as well. You see the fire caught. That's also on the side that is listing upwards. You can see barnacles that have been revealed where the ship meets the water, and that portion of the ship, probably like a good 100 yards down the ship, is ablaze. People are panicked and screaming that there are no lifeboats, and you see a couple of fights have broken out among people on the decks here. Some people are crying. You see an older woman who's wearing this really nice fur, like a mink collar that she's got on, and a big coat, and she's comforting a very young child that is crying up against her.
Here's a question. That ship that's on fire, are any of its lifeboats intact? Wait, you said the ropes were cut. Are the lifeboats just in the water, just inaccessible?
Yeah, you can see a couple of them that are just kind of drifting out there.
I'd say we dive for it.
How high up are we?
Hi.
Hurt zone.
Yeah, definite concrete water zone.
Are there any other ropes or anything around?
I've got rope.
Oh, I also have rope.
Well, tie it to the rail and let's go down to the boats.
Empress is like, it's better than just waiting for the ship to keel over, I guess. All right.
Right, but old people and kids aren't going to be able to do that. Can I scan, how many old people, how many kids?
Hundreds.
Fuck!
Hundreds of boats.
That's a huge problem.
It's a
Kids?
huge
How many
ship.
kids? Hundreds of kids?
I don't know if there's hundreds of kids, but present here on this deck before you, there's, I don't know, probably anywhere between 20 and 30 kids
Damn, I took
of varying ages.
I took Can't Fly. I took Can't Fly specifically.
Yeah.
I was like, when's it gonna come up?
When is flying ever going to be useful?
When's that gonna? I don't care about it.
A couple of minutes later, a voice calls out. A really deep, loud voice calls out, and he's like, "Empress, Valar crew!" And you see as Grungnir steps through, following a little floating skull, and he's got Roop behind him. Both of them have cuts on their forearms and are bleeding from a few areas. You can see Roop's sword. He's got a long sword on him that he must have picked up, so it doesn't look like his, but it is to the hilt with blood stains. As they approach your crew, and he cleans it off on his arm. He's like, "Everybody okay?"
Yeah.
Yes.
For the most part, the issue is that now we might die.
Oh,
Ship's sinking and the lifeboats are gone. Well, they're in the water.
oh shit.
Can I spend a hope to activate get in and get out?
Yes.
Which
Oh shit! I forgot about this.
the next roll I make that capitalizes on this information has advantage, so try to get all of us safely off somehow.
Yeah. Make this will be an instinct roll with advantage. This is a class feature that Matt has that allows him to find the best way into or out of a space with advantage.
Inconspicuously if needed.
Yeah.
Well, that's terrible.
Oh no.
Is there any way to spend hope to re-roll something?
Is it an action roll?
Yes.
Yeah. Is that a thing?
Never mind.
Yeah. There's action rolls and
I
reaction
can't
rolls.
help you.
Is there a way to do that? To spend hope to re-roll a die or anything like
I
that?
have multiple ways
I
to allow
think-
you to do that, and yet not enough hope.
I think only seraphs have an ability like that.
Okay. Well, we've got a gentleman's 7 here.
I think you look down and your best bet is going to be the seas are, it's the ocean, so it's choppy, but it's not a storm. There is a chance, if everyone is a good enough swimmer, that you could get your group down a rope fall into the water from a safe height and swim to one of the lifeboats before it gets away. I think you guys look and see around you. A couple of people have already started jumping.
Have we tied off a rope yet? Who's got rope? Can you tie it to the railing?
I got some rope, Roop's rope, and
You just carry that with you, bud?
yeah. I mean, we were traveling. You never know. Came in handy, didn't it? I'm gonna bring rope with me everywhere from now on. Like starting to tie the ends together. Empress,
Only 50 feet per, so we
50
probably
feet,
have to
so
chain
you've
a
got
couple.
At least 150 feet of rope, all three
the three of
together.
you.
And yeah, you're kind of like chaining those together. Empress ties it onto the side, and once you get them all chained, throws them over the edge. Let me check something really quick. Yeah, that is more than enough rope. You actually only need 2 of them to reach the water's edge.
The whole bottom of the ship was made out of like magic glass, right?
In that one room,
How big was it?
it was like maybe a.
If we're talking a Titanic door, how many Titanic doors
Was that magical glass? It was probably like 4 Titanic doors worth of glass.
That's not a lot of Titanic doors.
Are you assuming that it floats because it's magic
I'm
glass?
hoping that it floats because it's magic glass.
I mean, we know that those boats float because they're boats.
And they're floating.
I know, but there's so many people.
I think your husband's gonna try to kill a lot of people.
I know he's a bad man.
I'm gonna spend a fear as the ship. You hear like a loud groan, and then something snaps below decks, and the ship is going to list to the side even further. I need everybody to make another agility reaction roll. It's going to be a difficulty of 12. There's a guy who was standing up on the rail who was like trying to psych himself up to jump into the water below and dive. And as he's still hyping himself up, this crack happens and he falls and tumbles over the edge.
Little help screen.
Yeah.
22 with hope.
22 with hope.
15 with hope.
Hope.
14 with hope.
14 with hope.
It's a 20 with fear.
20 with fear. Hope and fear don't matter in reaction rolls.
Oh, okay.
I don't gain fear and you guys don't gain hope. from
Allow me
reaction
to erase the hope I added.
We just gotta go.
yeah, there's that crack. You guys all catch yourselves. A couple more, like swaths of people at this point are like bumping into you as you've got your rope affixed and are looking over, and you see maybe half a dozen people fall overboard at that crack. And the ship doesn't seem like it's lurching now.
I want to loosely grab the rope and just dive. Like, not directly at the boat, but like next to it.
Yeah.
Just like taking the rope with, not like using it to like slow my fall, because that'll like burn up my hands and I need those. But just to like take the rope with me.
Yeah. Which
Swing or what?
Which the benefit here is that
I'm not a swashbuckler.
All of our comrades go. Right? I'm just grabbing people's babies and I'm handing everybody a baby. Nobody gets to leave this ship without a baby.
I left before babies were distributed.
what roll a
I'm gathering some boat.
roll a d6 to see how many babies are nearby on
Well,
board.
kids and babies.
Who's gonna give up the boat?
Okay. See, roll a d6.
A lot of
okay,
parents
okay.
would
In that
give up
case,
their babies.
in that case, roll a d12 to see how many 4 or younger year olds are nearby.
We could get the boats and bring them back.
We cannot get them up.
Yeah, but it'll come down.
Yeah, ship go down.
Ship going down.
Ship go down.
People get in water.
People
Yeah.
don't really like that. 10.
10.
Kids?
You saddled us with a useless army of children.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, you gather up 10
It's
kids
an elementary
who
school class on vacation.
10 kids who look like they've been separated from their families for whatever reason. You gather them all up. They're a little scared of this floating skull that's following you around, but
We more.
you bring them over to the edge. Shortly after, Felix has leapt. So you're taking the rope with slack. And jumping?
Yeah, I'm just like trailing the rope behind me so that I can like bring it to the boat. so that it's easier for people to get down to the boat.
Gotcha. Okay.
You mean like after you've hit the water and are swimming?
You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit the water.
Okay.
From how high up you are.
All right. That's fine. I expected that. I'll bring the rope over to the boat.
Still got the rope. I need you to make. This is going to be a strength check. Actually, no. This would be agility because it is movement.
Okay.
An agility roll. Difficult. This is just going to be a difficulty of 12 to be able to get to a lifeboat within the rope's reach.
19.
With
Fear.
19 with fear. The sea looks so calm from up above, but the moment that you are in it and you are swimming, you can really feel that current, and you can also feel how quickly the ship, which, sailors didn't have time to furl the sails or anything, so it is still in motion, carried by the wind, and everything that is not attached is quickly being left behind. But there is one lifeboat that you manage to get to and grab onto, and you're kind of like bracing yourself against the front of the lifeboat and holding the rope and being pulled behind the ship, which is moving at a decent speed.
I'll shout as loud as I can. Coming down to the boat!
I need everybody up top to make a quick strength reaction roll as an entire crowd of people around you are fighting you to grab that rope and slide down to the ship. No one is using their irrational mind right now.
10 with fear.
10 with fear.
21?
Strength?
Yes. 21.
9 with fear.
This is reaction.
Oh, wait.
9.
It's still good.
No, no, I
still
like
good to be in the habit of saying what it is.
Last time we did a Daggerheart.
12.
12 and 21. You said.
Well,
-2.
Rudy.
I'm not strong.
Rudy, how many kids do you bring with you from the 10 that were brought forward by Sprue?
Oh my god, I don't know. I think I'm just grabbing one and being like, hold on tight, and like making him grab onto me like a little backpack. I'm gonna try to grab another one in my arm, I guess. So I don't think I can get more than 2.
Yeah, you got like one under your arm. You grab another one. We'll say you take like a handkerchief or some sort of like cloth that you've got on you or is nearby, and like wrap it over the rope and just start sliding down. I'm gonna roll a d6. 2. 2 pompous-looking rich assholes muscle their way past Errant and Sprue. Behind Empress and also start sliding down. One of them makes it halfway before he's like burning his hands and lets go and falls into the water. The other one is wearing like leather gloves as he slides down the rope into the lifeboat.
as soon as he gets into the lifeboat, this like rich, useless looking guy, I'm gonna murder him and throw him overboard. Secretly.
Okay.
I'm gonna look like I'm trying to help him, like get secure. Oh, let me help you.
Secretly, with everyone watching.
I'm not going to have you roll to murder him because that's easy for you.
Yeah.
I'm going to have you make a presence roll to hide the fact that you're murdering this guy, because I think I stated specifically after Empress, so Empress and Rudy are on the boat with 2 children. Empress probably grabbed 2 kids too, so you and 4 children are on the boat.
Okay, we got 4.
For the cause?
Yeah, for the cause. Rudy, you can make an instinct roll to see if you are going to perceive this.
Cameron, I'm gonna throw up.
That's a 5 with fear.
Excellent.
I'm dealing with children. Okay, sit here.
15 with hope.
Excellent. Yeah, that guy slides down. I don't think you even say anything. I think you just silently, knife to throat, push, and he just goes over the edge and disappears beneath the waves.
Oh no, I didn't make it.
He definitely made it. He was right behind us.
No, it fell. I didn't have his balance. The sea leg.
At this point,
So
Sprue.
just pull it back up, right? Whoa, where'd he go?
Errant, how many children are you attempting to bring?
I think I'm slightly muttering loud enough where you can hear, like, maybe too big. That one doesn't look very smart.
I just
strap a baby to Aaron.
Like a baby that was already in a Bjorn for some reason.
Yeah.
You just like tie the Bjorn around him, so there's just like one baby at the chest. There's 3 kids left as Aaron slides down. You don't get a rope burn because you have metal hands.
Yay.
We still have more guys that are part of our party.
At this point, Grungnir's going to be a
'Cause
problem. 'cause
Paya-
he's a giant.
I strap 3 babies to strap 3 babies to that guy.
he takes 2 of them in one hand and like tucks the other one in his elbow. He's got these like 3 kids, and he's like,
Like how I used to have to hold liquor bottles at the store.
Yeah.
You just tucking them in your arm.
he's like, he's gonna like step over the edge. I need everybody to make one more agility roll. I'm gonna spin to fear. And not you guys on the ship.
Oh.
So just Sprue, actually.
You die up there.
Listen, I couldn't. There was a moral quandary happening.
There's another snap of wood.
What?
12 is good. You don't get like tossed overboard or like lose any kids or anything.
Well, they're all gone now.
Well, you hand 3 of the 4 of the. Oh, there were 4. You took 1. That was 3. Yeah. So you managed to not get yourself tossed overboard as there's another snap. The ship heavily lists. You like duck down as a couple of people fall over the top of you. Grungnir like manages to dodge out of the way. At this point, the rope is not zip-lineable because of how close you are to the water already. The ship is almost sideways practically. He's just going to drop down, and it's just like a couple of feet where he splashes into the water and he's going to do his best to swim and keep these kids above water as he's making his way.
I'll like if
Yeah,
he's by the
hands
boat,
up.
like I'll reach down to help out with getting the kids
Yeah,
in.
he hands you the kids, and then he like looks at Embrys and he's like,
Keep the Valar children safe.
and he's going to turn and start swimming for another lifeboat because he knows he's not going to fit in yours with you.
How rich do these kids look? I'm just kidding.
It's a mix.
We're the pirates now.
Sprue, you're still on the ship as like you can see bits of cargo and things are falling and splashing into the water. The water is right there, like 5 feet away from you. What do you do?
Okay, so anybody else should be able to swim if the suction of the ship doesn't drag them in.
Sure.
Will I fit in this lifeboat? That's what I mean.
Yeah, Grungnir was a giant, so he just was going to take up too much space with how many people are already in it.
Yeah,
but there's room
I'll-
for you.
You might have even tipped the boat over if he was trying to get into it.
I'll go. I mean,
Yeah,
there's
you-
nothing else. I've done as much as I can.
Yeah. I think no roll required. You like jump into the water. It is cold and dark, and you're just kind of like pulling on the rope to bring yourself across. And I think there's a moment where there's like a flash of lightning and the rain begins to fall. And you swear with that bright flash, you see some sort of shape beneath you in the water. Like something large swam by. As you pull yourself over and up onto the ship, onto the dinghy, you guys watch as the cloud trailer, this massive bark, slowly gets pulled under the waves as it is filled with water. There is a lot of suction. It's horrible. It's a horrifying thing because there are people still swimming in the water. You manage to row yourselves far enough away that you hear as a lot of the screams go silent as the ship disappears out of sight, and a number of the people and cargo and things floating in the water are pulled in behind it. And without land in sight, just pick a direction and start rowing with your 10 kids in tow with your group. And that's where we're going to end this episode
Oh my
of
God.
Forged Empire.
I'm not apologizing.
Chaos!
Chaos.
Chaos.
That was quite a chaotic episode. Hey,
yeah.
so I don't know what it is about our group, but for some reason, anytime that I just loosely plan out something that seems like when I'm writing is going to be standard, adventure fantasy, it becomes so much more horrifying and terrible than I ever anticipated.
So were you trying to TP chaos?
There were 2 options.
Live or die.
No, I was not trying to TPK you.
No campaign.
But one of the options was, ships. You once again, you guys managed to find secret third option, which is the lifeboats. I guess would have still been nearby. Realistically, they probably wouldn't have been because the ship was still sailing. It would have left them behind. But it sounded good, so I went with it.